All right, what is going on today, guys? We have an amazing little list that I've compiled up for you. We got Budget Beasts, time to save some stubs. These are all incredible cards and incredible alternatives to some of the more expensive ones. So I'm not going to waste your time. Let's get right into it. All right, and first up on the list, we have an honorable mention. We have about 5 or 6 of the honorable mentions. I just wanted to compile it as a top 10 because I think the 10 kind of stretch themselves beyond these cards. But first up, we got Chris Bryant. I've been using this card a little bit offline. If y'all have ever used a Chris Bryant card before, his swing is incredible. This card is no different. I only have CPU stats to show off, but I mean, 870, 16 bombs. I play all my CPU on All-Star and above as well, so just a little thing to throw in there for you. Chris Bryant, this is an amazing card, entirely free out of the NL Central Team Affinity. No quirks on him, which is kind of unfortunate, but he does have versatility. Third base, first base, left field, center field, and right field. Really, really like this Chris Bryant card. All right, honorable mention number 2. I know what you're thinking. Mike Trout on a Budget Beast video. Yeah, we got Mike Trout on a Budget Beast video. With all of Mike Trout's good quirks, where do you get this card? It is in the Season 3 XP reward path. You get him entirely for free. I took him as one of my no-sells. We're going to be using him in the Budget Beast series that we're doing on the channel. I don't know how long he'll stay in center or wherever we may or may not be playing him right now. But he's on the team at the moment. It's Mike Trout. He's got Mike Trout's swing. That's really all you need. His clutch and his contact versus righties could be higher and could be better for those higher difficulties and pitchers with better pitching clutch and hits per 9. But it's still workable. I've used the card a little bit. He's still Mike Trout. He's not up to the stature of 99 Trout that we had earlier. But this is a good Trout to get you by until we get another one. All right, and next up, we've got a draft card. The 8th pick in the draft. Kansas City Royals catcher Blake Mitchell. This card does not have any quirks, but he has the luxury of being buyable. You don't have to grind for him. He's 15,000 stubs on the market. He's super, super cheap. Just as a little thing that we're setting as a parameter to this video, I'm keeping all the cards around 20 to 30,000 stubs under that range, so we're not going up past that. Although it is incredibly easy to get past that stub count to get better cards. But just, you might be newer to the game, that kind of a thing. But Blake Mitchell, he's got 100-plus contact on both sides. He's got that mid-90s power, 99 clutch. You like his clutch to be higher, but a few parallels to get it over the hundreds, so pretty good. He's got a solid arm behind the plate. His blocking is pretty good behind the plate as well, so not a lot of balls are going to get past him. He's got okay speed. This is a catcher first baseman, so not the most versatility, but Blake Mitchell is a really solid card, and I think a lot of you guys should try him out, see if you like him. And another honorable mention that we've got Josh Bell. If you watched the first gameplay on the Budget Beast team build, you know Josh Bell, he went off in the first gameplay. He's incredible. Josh Bell's swing is amazing. He's a switch-hitting first baseman. That versatility alone, being able to hit from both sides of the plate, makes him very, very valuable. Now, what is not valuable about this card? 81 contact versus left. That is the only reason, the sole individual reason that he is an honorable mention and not in the top 10 on this list. Going over quirks, he's got some pretty solid quirks. Table setter's pretty good. Don't really want to bat this card lead off, although you get that little boost if you do. And where do you get him? NL Central Season 3. Easy, free to grind, super simple. Now, another honorable mention, which it hurts my soul. It hurts my heart to put him as an honorable mention, but we've got Joey Gallo. So this is a card you want to be playing at first or third or corner outfield spot, but he's got crazy, crazy arm strength, crazy accurate arm. His fielding is really good. We've been using him in the Budget Beast series. Max power versus both sides. But what brings Joey Gallo down here? Because his swing's incredible. He's free from the AOS Season 3 on Team Affinity. Doesn't have any quirks, which kind of hurts. But it's clutch and it's contact versus righties. If he had 97 clutch stock and you could get that up above 100, I would probably have this card at 2 or 3 on the list. Number 1 is cemented. I can't change it. You'll see it later in the video. He's the best free card you can obtain in this game, in my opinion. But Joey Gallo, he's a really, really solid one. If you need a lefty bat in your lineup, he's got a lot of power. He hits better lefty-lefty, which I think is a huge bonus and benefit to this card. On top of that, test out the team affinity, a team build or a Rangers team build. When you use this card, getting his contact and his clutch up, man, it is beautiful being able to do that with Joey Gallo. He's incredible. Final honorable mention to the list, we've got David Dahl. So I think this card, obviously, and making the list, he's pretty incredible. He's got great power, great contact, great clutch. What are the issues with this card? It's defense. You want to tuck him in a corner outfield spot. He's not the worst defender you're ever going to have, but you tuck him to a corner outfield, you're going to need a few parallels, and then you're going to get him just right over 70-something reaction. He's going to miss some balls for you in the field. His speed's not terrible. If you go all out and you superfractor the card, 80 speed is plenty enough to go into the outfield. I was running Hank Aaron there, and he's only got 81 at superfractor. And I've used him there a lot at superfractor. So 80 speed's nothing to shy away from. David Dahl, he's got a really good lefty swing. I think the card's really, really good. I would probably use him, but I think there are some better cards, and that's really all that brings him down on the list. Is I think there's just better options that are ahead of him. All right, next up on the list, and actually starting our list at number 10, we've got Gary Sanchez. So I use this card a little bit, mostly CPU, actually only CPU. I'm not even going to lie to you. I've never used him online yet, but we'll be using him very soon with the budget squad. Going over his quirks, doesn't have any, but totally free card out of Team Affinity, and he's got power and a good arm as a catcher with a great swing. Can you really ask for more? Not really. I mean, the card's really nice. Having that 98 arm behind the plate, he's going to do just fine. He doesn't have pop time, and he's not Adley or anybody like that. But while you're grinding to get Adley, Gary Sanchez is a really good free option to go ahead and put behind the dish. He's pretty solid. Ah, yes. Would it be one of my videos if there wouldn't be Rangers bias thrown in here? We've got Josh Young. He's a rookie. He's incredible. Where do you get him? Season 3 XP reward path. I took him as another one of my no-sells, I believe. What is nice about this card? 125, 120 lefties. He's a lefty killer. Solid defense at third. What is my big issue with this card that brings him so down on the list? Because I think he's got an incredible swing. We're batting 400 online with him. We used him actively with the budget squad team, and I believe he's still there right now for our next episode. But the card's really, really solid. Josh Young, good clutch, good power, all this kind of stuff. But back to what I was saying about what brings him down on the list, he doesn't have any versatility. He can't play anywhere else. He's just third base, or you can stick him at DH. I like versatility on my cards. That's the only real knock I have on Josh Young. And his vision, is 77. You'd like to see higher vision. But not a big deal. Josh Young, pretty good card. Need a third baseman. Try him out. All right, we're doing a Budget Beast video, right? And Trey Turner is not at number 1. You got to be shocked already, right? Well, Trey Turner's not at number 1. He's a primary shortstop who you don't really want to play at shortstop. You want to play him at second, center field, something along those lines. Take advantage of his speed and center, that kind of a thing. He's got max clutch, max contact versus lefties, really good power. He's got that great swing that we all know and love from Trey Turner. So Trey Turner is going to play, and he's going to play really well. Going over his quirks, he's got pretty much any quirk you can ask for on a free card. And where you get him NL East, Season 3 Team Affinity. So like I said, entirely free. The only reason I've got Trey Turner down on this list is because it is my list, and I don't really do well with Trey Turner cards. I mean, offline, 575, 8 home runs. Not terrible, but we have gotten so many good set 3 budget and free cards that it has brought Trey Turner down on the list. And I can't believe I'm saying that, because he, back in 21, was the number 1 free and budget card you could get in that year. Besides, I think Mickey Mantle came out, and he was pretty crazy too. All right, next up on the list, we've got a swing that we all love. It's Christian Yelich. What we would all give if Christian Yelich could go back to MVP form. That would be a beautiful thing. He's got 2 quirks, entirely free out of the June monthly awards program. You're going to see a few other cards from that program on here. Now, you look at his stats and you're like, why is he above Trey Turner? Why is he above David Dahl? Why is he above Gary Sanchez? There's just certain swings in this game that play above the others. Christian Yelich is one of those swings. Don't understand what it is. Lefty, lefty, righty, lefty. It doesn't matter. Christian Yelich is going to hit the piss out of the ball. No matter the situation, he just smacks it. So you need an outfielder. You need to tuck somebody in the corner. Try out Christian Yelich. I promise he's not going to do you any wrong, or he's not going to do you wrong. Next up on the list, we got Michael Harris II. He is another entirely free card with damn near every quirk in the game. You get him out of the June monthly program when you're grinding for Ohtani. You're going to get Ohtani. You know you want that Ohtani. So get Michael Harris along the way, and he's going to do you justice in center field. He's got incredible speed, incredible defense. His swing is butter. I mean, it's just straight money. I've been using his 89 and BR, and it's the same swing. I'm batting like 700 with that card. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Let's find it. Right here. I'm batting 650 with him in BR. I mean, his swing is really good. And he's got max contact versus both sides. Now, you look at his power numbers and you're like, I don't know that that's going to play. Well, I've hit a lot of lefty-lefty home runs with the lower overall one, and he's only got like 51 power. So I can assure you the 73 and 76, it'll do you just fine. The clutch, it's lower than you'd like, but it still, again, will do you just fine. He's better when there's no runners on base because it doesn't activate his clutch and you can get that max contact versus both sides. But he's incredible. He's a Braves theme teamer, which is one of the strongest theme teams in this game. Has my Rangers bias shown enough in this video? We've got Ezekiel Duran. Okay, so what puts him above Michael Harris, who I think actually has a little bit better of a swing? Defense is incredible. Arm is incredible. And he plays everywhere. This is the modern age Honus Wagner card. Doesn't have any quirks, which does hurt a little bit. But it's not the end of the world. He's 5'11", so he's got a good-sized strike zone. And he's an absolute lefty killer. Great contact, great clutch. I would like his vision to be higher, but it's, again, not the end of the world. And he can play every position on the field that's not catcher. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you trust him to pitch. He probably could do it, too. I mean, there's nothing Duran can't do. Try this card out. You get him free when you're grinding for Ohtani. If you need a platoon guy, throw him on the bench. He's on the bench of my God Squad because any of those positions, if I need somebody, Duran's got me covered. Next up on the list, we've got a card that I think is going to be incredibly slept on by a lot of people because they're going to look at him and they're going to be like, it's not the most inspiring name. It's not the biggest name. It doesn't have any quirks, but he's free. We got Jim Rice. I don't know what it is with Jim Rice. When you put the bat on the ball with Jim Rice, it's gone. It travels 1,000,000 miles out of the stratosphere as soon as you touch it with Jim Rice every single time. I don't understand why it is that way, but his swing is so good. And, his power numbers, they look pretty good. His contact numbers, they look pretty good. Clutch numbers, they look pretty good. Nothing to write home about and be like, oh, he's the greatest card ever. But, damn it, he's got one of the best swings. What keeps him from being, like, number one, since he has a swing as good as I think he does, is you don't really want to put him in the outfield. He's slow, but get him some parallels. He can be tucked away in left field. People run Schwarber and people were running Babe Ruth in the outfield. Jim Rice will do just fine. He's a good power bat. I think the card's really, really incredible. If you haven't given Jim Rice a shot, highly, highly recommend it. So next up on the list, we've got Jacob Wilson. So this is a card that I've been using quite a bit, just in multiple different game modes and things of that nature. No quirks on him. You get him off the marketplace. He's under 20K, so he's super, super cheap. I keep, tapping things on my controller. I don't mean to. But this is budget Derek Jeter with a better swing, in my opinion. Jacob Wilson, Same thing that I was talking about with Jim Rice, where like when he touches the ball, it just literally leaves the stratosphere. Jacob Wilson is the same way. I don't understand why it's that way, but he's really, really good. And one thing that's underrated about this card that's going to be looked over is his vision. He has 113 vision. I've got him parallel too, so it's 111 stock. I don't know what it is. His timing window, because of the vision, is so good. I don't miss time hitting the ball with Jacob Wilson almost ever. I mean, it's just a very, very, very good swing. Defensively, he's pretty solid, and he's got versatility. He can play the outfield, and he can play the entire infield other than first base. He probably could play first base too, but he's going to drop a few balls, have a few blunders. Don't really need to put him at first base, or why would you want to? But Jacob Wilson, super, super solid. Get him while he's still cheap. Try him out. I think he's incredible. All right, now second up on the list before we get to what I think is the number one card, I decided to bundle this all together because, okay, so playing the game, you're shooting for that 650,000 XP per season. Not everybody's going to hit it. You know, it's a harder number for some people to hit. You got certain things going on, that kind of a thing. No big deal. We understand. But all of these cards deserve a spot in here. Jock Peterson, incredible swing, good quirks. You can get him for free in the program path, obviously, as we're looking at him now. You get 3 of these for free for finishing the program, and then you get the opportunity to respin, and it is now a gold chance. So it's super easy to be able to obtain the respins. And Jock Peterson, he's an incredible card. I mean, he's going to be super cheap towards the end of the season. He's going to be like 20,000 stubs. Mike Cameron, our active center fielder for the budget squad, he's also really, really solid. Good power, good speed. He's the definition of a 5-tool player. He's really good. Marcus Semien, who I think is actually one of the best cards in the game in general, and will probably be on that list as well, because he's got a butter-ass swing. He's super, super good defensively, got full infield versatility. Marcus Semien's really, really good. And then the one that I think a lot of people are going to sleep on is Buck O'Neil, which might actually be the best one out of the pack because his swing is incredible. He's a very, very, very fast first baseman, makes the durability team, which Marcus Semien does as well. And I think Jock doesn't. Okay, but back to Buck O'Neil. Incredible contact, incredible clutch. Power numbers are crazy fielding, and you can stick him at first with all that fielding. Doesn't have quirks, which does hurt, but Buck O'Neil is really, really good. This entire pack, other than Zach Gallen, are some of the best free cards in the entire game. SDS did an incredible job with this pack. These are all really, really good. And as their prices continue to fall, if you don't have the time to grind out the game, you're going to be able to get these under 25,000 subs regularly. They're not going to be very expensive. And they all are legitimate top-end cards in the game. All right, and the best budget card in the game. I know what you're thinking. This is a collection reward. Yes, it is a collection reward at 120 cards. The more that cards come out later in the year, or not later in the year, later in the set, that kind of a thing, Jackie is going to be very easily obtainable. If you complete all of Team Affinity, that is a total of, I believe it's 95 or 96 cards, including all the collections like J-Ram and Carroll. I haven't gotten Carroll yet, but you get Matt Olson as well. You get a few other guys. But if you complete all of the Player of the Month, Team Affinity, all of these kinds of programs, you will get Jackie super quick, not super quick. I'd be lying to you if I said this is going to be an overnight thing. It's not. You're going to have to grind your ass off. But over time, you will accumulate cards, and you will be able to get Jackie Robinson. And I think you need to, because Jackie Robinson might be the best card in the game. I was using him tonight in BR. Don't even acknowledge his power numbers. This is literally Barry Bonds. I don't know why. Everything he hit was deep to the deepest part of the field, or it was out of the stadium. We had, 4 triples, 5 home runs. Jackie's really, really good. I don't know what they did to his swing this year, But this is the best. This is the best Jackie I've ever used. I've only been playing since 21, so I don't know if you guys used a better Jackie back in 20, 19, 18, 17, so on. But MLB The Show 23 Jackie is one of the best cards I've ever used in the game so far. He's going on the budget squad. He's going on the God squad. He's incredible. All these quirks, maxed out contact, maxed out clutch, maxed out vision, 99 durability, makes the durability team. Hell, he's got 99 bunt. He's got 99 speed. He's got perfect fielding. He can play the full field, and I have tested him in center and right. He can play center field and right field. There's nothing Jackie can't do. Him holding up the world, he is the equivalent of the entire globe. Like, he's everywhere when you put him out in the field. Maybe a bad reference. I don't know. But either way, Jackie Robinson's incredible. Let me know if you're testing out any of these budget guys yourself, if you have used some of these budget guys, and how they're doing for you. Either way, like, subscribe, comment, and I'm out, and I hope you have a great day.